Welcome everyone to tonight's meeting of the Albany County Legislature Law Committee. I am Chair Jeff Kuhn, and we will start by taking roll.
Sure, Mr. Chairman. Kuhn?
Here.
Reedy and McLaughlin are excused. Feeney?
Here.
LaRilliere? Here. Plotsky? Here. Ricard?
Present.
Bergdorf?
Here.
And Whalen?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Well, great, thank you. Okay, first item of business on tonight's agenda is item 1, approving our minutes from our previous meeting. Can I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, that motion carries. We're going to take item 11 out of order. This item is authorizing an agreement regarding property insurance coverage for the MVP Arena. All right, are you going to speak to this?
Yes.
Okay, great. Please have a seat. Would you both mind introducing yourselves?
Absolutely. I'm Nathan Sims, Assistant General Manager at MVP Arena.
Okay.
Jennifer Duffy, Director of Finance. Bob is out this week.
Great. Well, thank you so much,
Sorry.
both of you, for being here. Do you have anything you want to say, or just want to take questions on this?
Yeah, we'll take questions if you have any.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for these witnesses regarding this agreement? Okay. Here, yes.
I'll move it.
Okay. Moved.
Second.
Second. Great. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right.
Can I ask an ancillary question that has nothing to do with insurance?
Oh, you want to ask it of these people?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
We put in a new Wi-Fi system, right, at the arena. Is that set up now?
We put in an offshoot of our Wi-Fi system to the entranceways, so we could scan tickets a little bit easier.
Wasn't there some discussion about the upgraded Wi-Fi was also going to be something that the NCAA was going to use, and everybody in the arena was going to have better coverage and stuff like that?
Just on the entranceways, so that was specifically for that. So we still have a project to upgrade our Wi-Fi system, which is aging at this point.
Okay. Well, I just want to point out to you that the Wi-Fi system in the arena sticks. I happened to be there a couple of weeks ago, and it was such coverage. So I didn't understand where we were in the process. So
Certainly.
now I understand.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else? Thank you both for coming.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Okay, item number 2 is tabled at the request of sponsor. Item number 3, I believe, is tabled by operation of rule because there are no sponsors here. Item number 4 is tabled at the request of sponsor. Item number 5 is tabled at the request of sponsor. Wait a minute, is that, yes. Item number 6 is tabled also by operation of rule. Item number 7. Okay, this is local law number G for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending the Albany County Charter, and local law number 8 for 1993 as amended for the purpose of creating the position of Deputy Chairperson of the Albany County Legislature. For purposes of tonight's meeting, I am assuming the role of primary sponsor of this local law. Does anyone have any, I feel like we've talked about this at some length. Does anyone have any questions?
I just have a quick question. I'm going to vote for this, but I've heard differing things about whether or not this requires an item on the ballot in terms of changing the charter. Generally, charter amendments require, obviously, the local law and then in the charter, and then somebody said, well, maybe there's a way to do it without the charter. And I'd like to know what our plans are for how to move this forward.
I will ask council to address that.
All right. I believe this is a permissive referendum, and I would defer to Pat
Yeah,
who wrote this law, but it's not a mandatory referendum, so it
It's not a
doesn't mean
mandate.
anything.
Yeah, under state law, you have mandatory and permissive. In our charter, you also have some things that are mandatory. Under our charter, this is not mandatory. It falls under permissive under state law. So it's not required.
Okay.
We are on the timeline.
Where does our charter draw the line? What
It's an article in the charter,
Okay,
essentially
well,
deletion.
I was trying to figure out what the process was.
Yeah, certain things trigger it, deletion of a elected office, assignment of duties to a different elected office, things like that. I think there's like 5 clauses that will trigger it. This is not one of them.
Yes?
I'll move it.
Okay, any second? Great, thank you. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, that motion carries. Item number 8 is a public hearing on proposed local law number I for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending Chapter 265 of the Albany County Code to update the tattoo code provisions. Mr. Fine, this is yours, right?
Yes,
You want to speak to it?
sure. So yes, this is something that we worked with the health department on. They suggested the language. And basically, it updates the code to basically make it easier to have tattoo conventions. That's really the focus of this. So the main thing is it allows FDA-approved antiseptic rub, also known as waterless surgical scrub, as a way to disinfect, for tattoo artists to disinfect themselves. This is this specific type of antiseptic rub was recommended by the health department. It's different than the hand sanitizer you buy in the store. This is something that's used, in the surgical room, and, medical fields.
So the point is that this would obviate the need for running water. This is
Yes.
like an alternative to running water that would allow us to host these tattoo conventions without having a requirement for running water to perform
Yes.
tattooing.
It's essentially, yes. So that's where this idea came from, to try to make it easier to host tattoo conventions, something that could bring in, a lot of, would be very good for our local economy, and, highlights artists who, do tattooing. But it also has the tattoo code was, fairly old, so it has some other updates. So it allows this antiseptic scrub also for permanent tattoo shops, although if it's a permanent shop, they also have to have a foot pedal activation for the scrub. It also changes the time period for the license. So now license certifications expire July 31st and commence August 1st, and allows digital records instead of written, with pen and paper. So it, just some minor updates along those lines.
And all this was written in close cooperation with the Department of Health professionals?
Yes, yes. Was they recommended the language, and we spoke to them, they approved these changes. Yeah, we were trying to, find the balance that we could make it easier to hold these tattoo conventions while also still ensuring that we're focusing on public health.
Great, thanks. Does anybody have any questions they want to ask Mr. Fine about this?
Do we have to amend the date?
We do have to amend the date to July 23rd.
Okay, so should we do that now? Motion to amend it, July 23rd? Thanks.
All in favor of amending the date for the public hearing to July 23rd? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so the motion's been amended. Now, can we have a motion on the motion?
Second.
Okay, great. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so that carries. Now, for 9, we're going, this is the public hearing.
It's a law.
9's local law, what did we do? Oh, 8 was the public hearing. So 9 will table pending the public hearing. 10, item 10 on our agenda is, this is table request of sponsor. All right, it's also tabled the request of sponsor. So that concludes our agenda. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
I'll second it. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Thanks, everyone.
We'll see you, my friend. Yeah.